Hi, Aliza.
Hey.
We're
Sorry,
here.
steady. Here, a little better.
Okay, let me take this off. Okay. Now, with two grandmothers trying to grapple social media
I know.
and all this technology, and I'm really proud to say we're doing very, very well.
We're doing all
Anyway,
right.
yeah, we are doing all right. All right, Aliza and I are very good friends from very far away. I met Aliza through the Uplift magazine and through social media. Instagram, I think, was the first time we actually chatted, and we are now really close. And it's been like such an interesting relationship. We both grandmas. I became a grandmother at 40, and you, Aliza, when did you become a
A
grandma?
little later. In January it'll be 4 years.
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow! It's unbelievable. So, I mean, there's such a different it's such a different category of life, I would say. You know,
It
when
is.
you're a mother, there's so many, things that you worry about and you're uptight about. Whereas a grandmother, you're much calmer. Do you find that?
Totally. I think that's just in general. Getting older, you kind of let go of everything. But at the same time, well, I mean, my youngest is 15, so I'm still in that. Um,
Age.
so you definitely still worry about things. And the truth is, you worry about your kids no matter how old they are. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
also true. That's
Yeah,
100% true.
there's always things that you're worried about. Um, I feel like I have to say something. I'm
Okay.
a Nona because even though I'm grandmother, but I'm a Nona. I love being a Nona because Nona it's Ladino for a grandmother.
I was trying to remember where you said it was from, and I just
That's
said, if you're a no-nut, and I'm thinking, I don't even know what I'm saying.
the Sparty side. My mom's Nona and her mom all the way to the Spanish Inquisition. So I'm including that in there. But I love it. I love being a grandmother. It's a lot of fun. Just it was just last week. My grandson, who is the one that's going to be 4 in January, he called me up. He's Nona, I'm not feeling so good. Can you read me a story? And he wanted puppets, so we're doing puppet show and all this stuff, and it's just so fun. It's just such a fun. Like the truth is, I used to do mommy and me classes where I would do
Yeah.
all these things every day with my kids, and it was so fun. It takes you back there. There's also a different. Every stage has different times. So when you have a newborn in the house, everyone's like quiet, like they don't want to wake him up or anything, even though they sleep really soundly.
You
But
have
like
actually a newborn in your house now,
I
aren't
have a
you?
newborn right now. My daughter gave birth um, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks
That's right.
ago,
And
we
she's
last week. Oh
my
no.
thing broke up. I had
Oh,
my ear.
okay.
Okay, I
Oh,
took it off
sorry.
Bluetooth. Okay. Yeah, so you had the
um,
bris by you, didn't you?
So we had the bris last week, and yeah. So with a newborn, everyone's quiet and everyone's like, "Oh, isn't he so cute?" Everyone's kind of like. And then when they're a little bit older, you find yourself singing everywhere, like every song because there's that happy joy and everyone smiles all the time. And it's sort of a reminder of like, wait a second, that's kind of how we should always be. But when there's no young kids in the house, you're not really like that all the time. I don't know if you notice that.
Okay, well, I have a different experience than you. At the
Okay.
end of the day, my youngest is married for uh, actually a year now, and my kids have been out of the house for a very long time. So for me, it's been quiet for many years. And now my father has moved into our house because my mother, died 3 years ago, and the whole thing is turned. It's like a
Yeah.
whole different type of dynamics at home. We're I call myself, it's disgusting to say it, but the three oldies, because we sit here and, we have these different
Oh.
conversations than when the kids are here. So when the kids come in, it's like fantastic. They add so much life to the house.
Yeah,
And
it's
Yeah.
it really changes everything.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And like when one I have one day one my grandson comes and another day my granddaughter comes, and it's just so sweet because like they
Yeah.
take over the kitchen and it's just wonderful that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I think that was like really saying who we are, so that we have the status of grandmother, and we're actually proud of it. We're proud of it,
Yes.
definitely.
No, I really
Okay.
love being a grandmother. I really do. It's a lot of fun and it's really great in so many ways.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. And I just want to explain a little bit about what we want to do with this program, because I think people are going to be scared. Oh, I can only listen if I'm a grandmother, or it will
Right.
only make sense to me if I'm a grandmother. And it's not that way. I call it the Bubby Show because that's what we are known as, Bubby and Zadie. And I just and actually I don't know how do you guys spell it? Bubby or
I don't know because I'm
Bo?
not a puppy.
Ah,
I'm not, I don't know. And
it's
you
so
know what?
funny. It's so many different ways of spelling it. Anyway, I'm a
It's
B
funny. And my
Bubby.
husband was just a Zadie for like a really short time because as soon as my, um, as soon as when my daughter was living with us during Corona, um, my grandson was with us for months, and everyone started calling, everyone calls me mommy. So he started calling me mommy, and my daughter was like, "No way, that's my name. Everyone has to call you Nona." And so he really got Nona. But my husband, everyone was calling him Abba, and my daughter didn't care. So he stayed Abba. So he never transitioned to Zadie. He was Zadie for like a very short time, and he's been Abba since. So all the
It's
grandchildren
interesting because
call him
by us
Abba.
it works that we have Zaidi Rubin. So
Oh,
that's the older generation. Then
yes,
it's Bubby and Zaidi Shripan. We have like the
that's
surnames
really
in it.
cute.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Well, and then what's your, like, to your children, what's your husband called?
Zaidi. Oh, my husband is called to the children Tati.
Tati. So my son-in-law is Tati, and my other son-in-law is Daddy.
Oh, so
So
there's no
Abba
Abba
still works.
problem.
So Abba still works. So
Ah,
he never changed from Abba.
it's
It's
so
very
funny.
funny.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what I was trying to say is it's not only about that. We also got, we're having a normal conversation. And I think we're going to talk about our view on life,
Yeah.
life stuff, stuff that's happening. And I think it's an older view. And it's an older view that could give a lot of positivity to the younger generation, because the younger generation think that they're the first ones who are facing so
Yeah.
many problems. And
I mean, to be
truthfully,
honest, they may not be the first ones to face so many problems, but I feel like today there are different
yeah.
problems.
And I think that's what we have to discuss and show that we're there for them. We are, as
Yeah.
grandparents, that's our job. We have to give them a lot of support, love, and we have to be there for for the grandchildren, to give
Yes.
that continuation, that they have
Yeah.
a background. Not everyone has a chance to do that for, you know what I mean? Not everyone is a grandparent. And even if they're grandparents, not everyone lives to see the next generation grow and grow and
Yeah.
grow. So I think we really have to take advantage of this. It's a special gift that God gives us, and we have to really use it for what it is. So I
Yeah.
think
I
a
agree.
very, very good place to show that we are giving our hashkafa and our wisdom over is when you open up the radio today, all you hear is the cost of living, the cost of living, the cost of living, and everything is going to be very, very expensive, and you're going to all die, and you're going to all starve, and you're going to all this, and I really feel that it's so taking over
Yeah.
that people are forgetting, actually, this has gone on before. This is not the first time.
That's true.
And we've all
Yeah.
learned, we've all had to put our pockets into closed mode. And
Yeah.
how would you answer that? How would you think?
Um, oh, it's a good question. It's funny. I went out with friends. We had a girls' night last night, went out with friends, And so we drove around for a little bit rather than valet park. And in the end, we ended up valet parking. And one of my friends says to the other, because we all went in the same car together, it was fun. And so how much do you think it is? She's like, I don't know. Everything today, it's probably $20 to valet park right now. Anyway, ended up just being $8, but it was just that idea of like everything's so expensive. It's
Yeah,
for sure going to be
yeah.
so much more.
Do you think that the news is hyping it a lot?
I do think so, but I think it really is so expensive. I mean,
I think it
everything
is.
really is.
Yeah,
Every time I go to the market, I mean, everything is more.
yeah,
Um,
that's 100% true. You know, we're
yeah.
in England. I don't know about you guys, but we're having a problem now with eggs, which is a weird thing to have a
Yeah.
problem with.
Oh,
But
Israel had
there's
that like a year ago.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
bird flu, and they're culling all the birds.
Wow.
So the egg
Well,
prices, the egg to get eggs is more difficult. But
oh, wow.
so everyone is stocking up on eggs, which seems
That's like
really
the toilet paper in Corona.
yeah,
Here there was no toilet paper. We had
yeah.
to like I remember my husband told someone and he sent us toilet paper from somewhere. We were cracking up. It was such a fun trip. It was like, oh my gosh.
No, we also
But
had
we'd
that.
be so crazy about toilet paper.
But you know what I think that a lot of times when they say there's no eggs, let's say, I didn't know about it from the shop. I heard about it on the news. So in the news, I'm thinking, oh
Okay.
gosh, they said there's not going to be any
Yeah.
eggs. So
So now you're all
definitely there's
anxious
no
about the eggs.
eggs. I'm going
Right.
to run and buy eggs. And my husband's
Yeah.
going, what are you going to do with all these eggs? I said, I don't know. I don't know. As long as
I'm
they're
holding
here.
on to them.
I have them.
Right. Exactly.
But
Oh my
but I
gosh.
think that the news sometimes, and the fact that we have social media, we have so much
For sure.
access so quickly.
Sometimes that's how I find my information. I'll just turn like, oh, I heard this. Um, because I don't really look at everything.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have thought to do social media if it wasn't for my business also for selling art. Um, so the truth is, everything is so global, and it comes
It
in
just
those ways
comes from
now.
someplace. Even
Yeah.
if it's not social media, it comes. You hear about it very
But
quickly.
I think when you go to the store, everything really is so much more expensive. And I mean, I live in Los Angeles. Gas is ridiculous.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
it's
all
almost
over.
$7 a gallon. What
Yeah.
is that?
I don't,
That's really crazy.
yeah, I don't know. And
I don't
does that
know.
make you go out less, do you think?
So the truth is, I do everything from my house anyway. Um,
But let's say
so,
your husband, yeah, is he going out less because of that?
um, you know what? Since Corona, he works mostly from the house, so it's not as much. But if we're able to do something fun or nice, we would still drive. We would still do that. I think, though, overall, um, it's a good question. Probably not. Probably live the same life. Um, Yeah, I don't know, but I don't drive so much, so I'm not a good
Right.
example. I don't commute, like I'm not living the valley, commuting to the city or that kind of thing. Everything I do
No,
is from I,
yeah, you're much more at
I
home.
teach in my studio.
Yeah,
I
I know.
work in my studio. I just started a shear for women on Mondays. That's going to be in my dining room. Like everything's in my house. I
I'm
like having everything.
impressed.
I like doing everything here, you know.
Yeah, no, you are
Um,
that way, and yeah, and you live in a place that you could be that way. Also, it's not hard to
yeah.
disappear that way. Yeah, definitely. I'm also
And I'm
not.
close enough I can walk around to people near me.
Yeah.
I prefer if I can. I mean, here, it's so pretty outside. If you see here,
Oh, wow.
it's so pretty outside. So living here, I feel like, I'm gonna walk someplace also. Isn't it so I don't know if I'm showing right, but
Yeah. Oh,
it's so
yeah.
pretty.
Oh, gorgeous.
See, you can still
Aliza,
see a
tell
little
us a
bit of the
little bit
fall.
about where you live. She
So
lives
I live
in
in the
Pico. Wow.
Pico Robertson area. It's called Beverlywood, but um, yeah, it's just nice. It's nice out here. So, um, my son's in New Jersey right now. He's like, wow, it's freezing. Um, you
Well,
know,
we're in England, and it's been raining all day. Real rain. Like, you go out and
yeah. No, we
yeah.
don't. I mean, rain. here is like a blessing, and say, like as it is in Israel, it's like it's such a rarity.
Yeah.
So you're all excited. Oh my gosh, we have rain. So
Do we have any tips that we could give people with the money, with with shopping and things like that? Do you think you have any tips? I
oh
have one that I would
yeah,
say is when you see a bargain, I'm not saying buy 5, but buy 2, so that for the
yeah,
next time you have that in your cupboard. I'm not saying go crazy and buy 17, bottles of 17 dozen eggs. I'm saying just
yeah,
buy an extra one so that you have
yeah.
for the next time. That's a really
I mean, I always like to, if I can, I like to prepare things in the, for the week anyway. At any time of the week, you can open my fridge and find a bag of cucumbers. Oh, you remember, right? That kind of thing. I like to kind of have a few things ready. So the same thing, if you find something that's a good deal in the store or the market or wherever, um, you know, I think
Yeah.
it's if you can pick.
Another thing is that I don't know if you remember, there was loads of coupons when we were kids, when we were younger. When my
Yeah.
kids were growing up, we
Oh my
collect.
gosh, my mother-in-law, she had a coupon for every single store. Um, but I don't even see anything like that
No,
anymore.
you don't. But if you go online, there are places. There's something called,
Yeah.
I don't know in America, but I'll say it in England. There's a place called Top Cashback. Top Cashback gives you money on whatever you buy. It will give you a percentage back. I think you could get a hold of it in America.
Oh, okay. That sounds
Okay, and
good.
then you could go, let's say on Amazon. If
Hmm.
you
Oh
go
yeah,
to,
sometimes they'll have.
first of all, they'll have it, but also they have a section called Amazon Warehouse. So sometimes they'll have the same
Oh, okay.
product from an open box. So that's very good to know.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't even. Okay, so I have to look at that.
And then there's another thing called Voucher Cloud. So what you do is even if you put in your search bar
Mhm.
vouchers for the shop that you're shopping in, there'll be a site that will have the vouchers on, and it's good to use these things because they do save. I saved money.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I wanted to buy a skirt, and I saw it for, I think it was like £300, and I thought, not me. That's not what I'm gonna do. Anyway, I went to the vouchers first, and they said, okay, you could get 50% off. So
Oh,
now we're at 150, right?
yes.
Then I found another coupon, and it took another
Oh,
£50, and I only had £100 to spend on this, skirt. It was for a
that's
wedding.
awesome.
Yeah, and I was thinking,
That's a really good deal.
yeah, you have to just look. I know it sounds like weird, but that's our generation. I think we
Yeah.
did do that more than
Yeah. No, that's
today.
true. Um,
Yeah, we saved a
uh,
lot.
yeah. No, I think that is really true.
Yeah, yeah. What do you have? Any other ideas for that?
I'm not the best shopper, and I'm also a little lazy. So if I can have
Okay.
anything delivered to the house, I will.
Okay.
Like Costco will deliver to the house, Amazon Fresh, um, or all those things like Whole Foods, all
But
the things.
in a way, that's actually better because you're
Right.
not
So then you're not. Yeah.
shopping by your eyes and by your hunger.
Oh my gosh, it's like it's the best. I hate shopping. I'd rather everything come to me. Really, I like as much as I could do that, I'll do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Although I don't know if it's the best. My husband thinks I shop too much, and I probably do. I don't know.
Okay. You
I
know
don't know.
what? I think most of us like shopping in our own way. Whatever it is we shop for, we like shopping. Yeah. It's a hobby.
Get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to say something else before we, end off for this week. I was thinking of I think we should share a recipe because,
Oh,
there's a
sure.
section in the magazine, if you remember, called Bubby's Kitchen. And I
Yeah.
think that's what this is
Oh,
really
that's
in.
okay.
I'll show you what the section looks like. Hold on 1 minute. From Bubby's Kitchen, we call it, if you remember.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
That
that
was
was the honey
cool.
cake. So that I think that I want to continue that theme, and that's really what this is. It's about bringing the warmth of a Bubby's house all over. And
Yes.
the uplift of a Bubby's house. When you go into a Bubby's house, it's about the smell, it's about the kiss, it's about the hug.
Oh, you're
I
so right. You're so right. You know, I'm such a so really because I'm gluten free and I'm more I don't necessarily look it, but I'm more health conscious the way I eat. And um, so I'm more of a salads and protein kind of person. I make a gluten free challah for myself and freeze like it kind of looks like cupcakes. Um,
They're
I
very
take
good. By the way, they were very good.
Thank you.
I just want to
You want
tell everybody that I went to visit Aliza in LA. We made a big evening for the Uplift magazine and for her art. It was such a gorgeous evening. We had such a good time.
Thank you.
And, I really want to do that all over because it was such a fabulous,
Yeah, that was really fun.
it
That was
really,
really
really
nice.
was. Yeah. And anyway, I was lucky enough to taste the most delicious recipes. I mean, your salads, but the bread, the challah is fantastic.
You know what? I can share that and give it to you. We can print that in the magazine if you want, the gluten free. That's
Maybe if we say the recipe on here and then print it
I can say
underneath.
it. I have it written down because it's so unlike me. Everything is a little pinch of this and a little pinch of that. But after doing it for so long, um, I had to really find what it is because when you're doing something gluten free, I was basing it on my regular every week. So every week I do a pound of flour for my family, like regular wheat flour. And then I do about a little more than 4 cups of water
Yeah.
with a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit, and yeast, about probably about 4 tablespoons of yeast. Warm water, let it sit for a little bit. I make the flour with 2 tablespoons of salt in like a well, and then I pour that in. I add a cup of honey and about 2 cups of
Wait,
oil.
this is for
This
the
is for regular.
this is regular. Okay, I have a different recipe for that. Yeah.
Yeah. So basing
Maybe
from
I'll
that,
put my recipe for challah and you
okay,
put your recipe
for
for
the gluten
gluten
free.
free. So we'll put it underneath
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Okay, after the show, we'll put it underneath here so that you can all have a recipe that's really, easy, good. And
Okay, that's a good idea.
if
Yeah.
anyone else wants to, next week when we do this, I really hope that we continue every week. And if we can't do it on a Thursday, we'll let you know. But
Yeah.
what I would like to happen is if everyone could please send in their recipes,
Oh,
and
that's a
let's
great
make
idea.
it like a Thursday night schmooze that you listen to and a bit
Or Thursday morning.
of catching up. That's what, just like in the beginning of the week, we have a different type of show,
Yeah.
and that is totally different. That is start the week, the uplift week. And what we do on that show is we interview different speakers on different subjects, and we have a few really interesting ones coming up. We have something with somebody who talks about memory, how to get your memory to work better. And
I
then
like
we
that.
have somebody from Shifra. Shifra is an organization that helps parents who are thinking of actually aborting, and
Oh,
it helps them manage the helps them not to abort. It's very interesting, actually.
wow. I'm really
Yeah,
curious about that.
yeah,
That's very
yeah. So
interesting.
we have that, and Rena Yaroslavsky. I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Yaroslavsky, I think you posted it. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one who talks about memory, and she's really, really interesting.
Wow.
So
What's
these are
her
all.
background? Just curious.
I'm not too sure. I just met her yesterday, actually. So we
Oh,
have to
that's really nice.
really, yeah, yeah. But she was
Oh, I'm curious
fantastic.
about
Yeah.
lion's mane. Maybe
What?
I'll ask for that. Lion's mane, it's a type of mushroom that's supposed to be really good for focus and memory.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know. Are you into all the mushrooms? I don't know. I find it all so
Follow her and
interesting.
ask her if she knows about it.
Yeah, curious.
Yeah, yeah. So she'll be on the 27th, actually.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So we have, we're trying to get the Uplift not to only be a written magazine, which is beautiful, This is actually, again, I'll just remind you how the top looks. This is an old copy. Our new one is out hopefully by December 1st. It should definitely be in shops. Hopefully. I never say anything because things have a way of working out the way they want.
Yes. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward.
Yeah. And also, we have loads of your art in it, which is fantastic. You want to show us some of the back where you are, where you're sitting?
Oh, sure. Let's see what's behind me. Okay. Actually, I think this is going to be in it also, right?
Yeah, that's going to be in it.
This is going to be in it?
Yeah.
This is not going to be in it. This is my sister.
No, that's not in it.
This is from when is this from?
A few times ago. I wonder if I have it here.
Yeah, a few times ago. This is about self-image, and this was the cover, and these were for the articles in there.
Yeah.
This just happens to be coming up to Hanukkah. Let's see. Actually, this is going to be in this. Sorry, where am I? There we go.
Oh, yeah,
this
that's
is going
right.
to be in this one. If you want to come with me, I can show you the other two. Here, let's see. They're going to be. Let me get.
Aliza's articles are always about different artists that she interviews. And
oh my
it's
gosh,
always so interesting. Yeah. This time you interviewed Kathy Morris and Liba.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for everyone to see her paintings. They're phenomenal.
And then Liba, what was last? Liba
Sherman. And she does these.
She does three-dimensional stuff.
Yes, it's patches with Braille on them.
Yeah, which is amazing.
It's really amazing. The whole.
The next magazine has so many interesting articles about all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're coming to the end of this. And it's been really exciting to catch up, to finally do it. We've been talking about this for a very long time.
Yeah.
And let me just say, if anyone has any questions, if you want to ask them now, you could.
Yeah.
And let's see if there's any questions. There's a lot of names coming up here. Let me see. Cookie321 joined. Hi, Cookie. Carol Trepp. Hi. Karen Friedman. Hi. And everybody who joined. Hi. Anyways, it was so nice to see you. I can't wait for next week. And if you have any questions beforehand, please post them. Remember that we're going to post the recipes below for gluten-free challah and regular challah. And I'm really happy that we did this. Have a great have a great Shabbos, everybody.
All right, have a great Shabbos. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.